Hi, it's Maria. Happy Monday and welcome to the Dressing Gown Diaries. So, I have been observing myself, which is something I invite you to start doing if you're not already doing, to start observing yourself in not just in your life in general, but particularly as you're starting to come out of lockdown. And so, this weekend has probably been the most normal weekend. In quite a while. So I've visited a few people, been in a group of up to 8 people, had Zoom calls with on various different programs and projects that I'm involved with. And my daughter's been home for the weekend. And so I'm observing myself in all of this, um, just to see how different I am. And I was already extremely sensitive to everybody else's energy. I could already feel if somebody had a bad mood down the other end of the house. I've always been like that. But just observing myself and seeing how much progress I've made, but also seeing the things that are triggering me now that, didn't trigger me before. Because having had so much space and time to myself, I've become used to having even more space and more time to myself than I did in the past. So I invite you to start observing yourself and seeing how you are, and seeing where you need to sort of ease yourself in certain ways, but also seeing where you need to establish new boundaries for yourself. Which brings me on perfectly to the next little thing I want to share with you. I know in last week's video I talked about doing a mini series on learning from lockdown, and but then last week I just didn't feel like pushing myself. And I thought, that's okay. This is something I've got to learn. The old way of doing things is you get an idea and you push, 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 even if the energy isn't right for it. And so last night, just as I went to bed, just as I was turning the light out, all the questions came in. And but very interestingly, it's like, no, go slowly at this. So what I'm going to do is, I have 8 questions at the moment. And so I'm going to give you one question per week in these Dressing Gown Diaries videos. So you have the time to reflect. So nice and slowly. It's not about this, like, this is the journey of life. It's not a quick fix. It's not like swatting for an exam at the last minute. It just doesn't work like that. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you the first question. So if you've got a journal somewhere, if you don't, go and get yourself one, but you probably have a journal somewhere that you can use for the next few weeks, just to give yourself a chance to reflect on these questions. So I'm calling this Learning from Lockdown, Questions for Reflection. And the first question we're going to address this week is, what aspects of lockdown did I enjoy and why? And I'll have that question below this video for you as well. So, moving along really quickly then, back to our, whoops, this one is flying out. Okay, that just came flying out of the pack. So why do I need this? And basically everything that happens, as far as I'm concerned, or I've come to realise, everything happens for a reason. And, that includes the things that are less comfortable. And for example, my daughter was hoovering her car the other day and the hoover cut out and it refused to work. And I just said to her, you know what, I think you need a rest. And, surprise, surprise, the hoover started working again yesterday when she was in a better place and able to finish doing the car. So those kind of things, often when things don't work the way you expect, ask why, because there's a message in there for somewhere. So which perfectly ties into the back of that, which is like negative emotions highlight. So none of our emotions are wrong. They're all just telling us how we are feeling with particular circumstances. So we need to listen to them, which may not be how we were taught to deal with them when we were growing up. So I'll also be sharing the original video on that below this video. So look, that's it for me for this week. I hope you take this opportunity to start doing some reflection for yourself, because it would be a terrible pity if we came out of lockdown and we hadn't used this opportunity to become the butterflies, as I was saying last week, that we want to be and to create the life that we want to create for ourselves going forward. We've just got such an amazing opportunity. So wherever you are, be safe, be well, be happy, have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you in another video again soon. Take care. Bye.